Alright. Hi guys. Sorry for that, and thanks for your patience. First of all, I want to thank especially Vapor and Oblivions here. A couple reasons. One, because they did reschedule themselves to accommodate the casting. They didn't have to. And actually, that said, looks like they did lose a player just before. But yeah, rescheduled by 30 minutes, just so we can get a nice clean block of 2 more matches to finish out the night. They were originally scheduled to start about half an hour ago, but as you guys saw, we had so many fantastic matches that went into 3 rounds and whatnot. We were getting delayed quite a bit, so, I was playing it safe, and that said, I got Vapor and Oblivions coming up here soon. And they also waited a few extra minutes for me to grab some tea. That's another thing I'm thankful for, because I got myself a big old mug full of tea, of honey, and guess what? The mug even says Dad on it. Make no mistake. I know you call me Palidore. This is my grandpa's mug, not mine. I don't have the rights to own a dad mug yet. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But that said, yeah. So, to you guys in the chat, thank you for joining me. Look at that, already 54 people. Wasn't sure what to expect. It's Sunday night. People are a little bit of everywhere, anywhere. I mean, people already stayed tuned solidly throughout the entire night, so I was already quite pleased with that. But, ending the night the right way, with some tea, with some honey, and with all of you sweet, sweet people. Over in the chat, got Phoenix in there, got Bergie Boy once again coming back, Miller Olsen, Hot Flow, that's my rapper name, Hot Flow, no, Hot Door, no, never mind, Door Stuck. Anyone get that reference? That is very, very old. But in any case, yeah, glad you guys are here. See Wolf also in the chat. That might have been from earlier, though. I'm not sure. If you're here, Wolf, thank you for being here. If you're not, well, still thank you for being a wolf. Vacant Ace, the true Phoenix. Oh, I messed it up. I thought that was a caster shout out. You see, you caught me at the end of the day. I'm messing up my redemptions left and right. I can't tell you how many I missed tonight. So, well, I can still try and sneak that in, but I kind of spoiled the surprise, huh? I thought that was a caster shout out. That said, hi Phoenix, you are truly here, that much I know. Phoenix has risen, which is to say, okay, so are you Phoenix or are you risen? That's my question. That's my question. Because if you're risen, well, we just saw you on the stream. Well, okay, let me rephrase. Are you risen as in the risen that I just casted in the match, or are you Phoenix as in, okay, from Team See, there's a lot of different ways that could have gone. Or maybe your name is and that opens up a whole new series of questions. But we won't go there. Alright, well, so these players actually were all here, the full 8 of them, but it looks like one of their players, Drippy Jakey, who... Oh, look at that, Anti-Caster's Curse. I say his name, and I Beetlejuiced him in. I'll take it. So for those who are here joining this one, so we got, again, this was a, 15 hype voted match, 15 votes, Vapor and Oblivions. And following this one, our last stream of the night, it shall be Baked versus Iron Legends, all by its lonesome. Baked, who we've streamed a lot. Iron Legends, who I love streaming, we just haven't had a chance to stream them a lot this season. So I'm happy to say we're gonna get them in. One of my consistently favorite teams with always putting together some really, really sick matchups. That said, ladies and gents, here we go. First round to finally wind down this crazy, crazy week 4, as it will be Joust and advantage to Sweaty. Now, we did actually see this team here in Vapor a little early on in the day. They had a mid-afternoon match just before prime time, so they didn't really have too many other matches contesting them, and got to get my first look at them, and they played very, very well. Now that is to say, Sweaty here with a disc, and gonna send it right back to Drippy from that bin line. I see Miller cheering on Vapor. I see Bergie cheering on Oblivions, and well, 2 in Oblivion, and it's gonna be Sweaty with the first goal for Vapor. So 1 minute in, we got ourselves a score. Vacant Ace redeeming the hydrate. Yeah, so I got a nice hot tea, black tea with honey, right by my side. Don't you worry. Yes. That only burnt a little bit. Thank you for the redemption, I think. So cheers to that. All right, now Sweaty looking for a back-to-back shot, but no, that's going to be slightly off. All the meanwhile, trying to get down the field. So some brawls being dealt there from Agent Pub and Flashy. Agent Pup with the disc maybe, and yeah, we'll have some options crossing it over on this cut. J-Bot link, and linking the pass, the rebound, and shot found eventually. Wow, unconventional, but hey, just wanted to take the scenic view into the rim. So hey, Vapor, Oblivions, and again the predictions. Oh boy, I've forgotten literally every time, I swear. Sure. Sure. Oblivions. And Vapor. And with that, there you go. You got the vote for 2 minutes. You can bet your channel points to see who's gonna win this one. Of course, to redeem some of those sweet rewards. Man, I'm not sure if... I was saying, happy to have you guys back in, but I'm not even sure if you're here for the match, or for me, or if it's just the channel points these days. Man, what have I done? I'm glad you guys are here, though. I'm definitely here for this match, as Drippy Jakey has to be careful, and it's gonna be taken away by Flashy. So Flashy, the jazz hands, trying to get that right back, but it's gonna bounce a few different ways before Agent Pup gets the clear. And a Hunter Wilden, who definitely was wilding out in that last stream earlier on in the afternoon that we saw as they back pass it here to Drippy. They're going to be very careful with it. A deep pass is going to be received by Sweaty. Sweaty lighting that up a little bit high, it would seem, as it goes right back into the awaiting arms of the stack, but the stack just misses. So back into the pocket of the trap, that is to say, going to be locked down by Hunter. Hunter up to the nugget, and now right to the backboard. But Tracheus, BT, I'm gonna go with that. BT still yet, does see the stuns coming out. Hunter now getting it stolen from Flashy. Flashy again with the good hands defensively. They're gonna get some grabs, the stack's underway. The goal is a little bit open, just a little bit that is. So gonna be maybe more disciplined with it and try to go for a closer up shot. The pass is gonna be received by Flashy. Flashy breaking away. Flashy with a jukey play, but Hunter gets the save. Now right back at them with the chains. And that's a release into the blue zone. Recovery here, taking a couple extra seconds, so may have lost the opportunity. Let's see, a shot after some hesitation. Sweaty, proclaiming it for Vapor, 4-2. Logtato also logging into the stream. Nice to see you, saying watching this in big screen with the boys. Which boys are we talking about here? There are many boys. But wherever you guys are, yeah, good stuff. Thankful for you guys having or being here to support. Always good stuff. Always good stuff. Yeah, right there, that shot almost enough to get it through. The rebound again, so Flashy. Huh. That's twice now that a narrow miss, a ding of a miss, has just resulted in a direct rebound into the goal. Twice now. So, hey, they're gonna take it. It's 4-4. See 80s Vapor over in the chat. With the poggers. In the chat loggers. Alright, now, Sweaty. Like a froggers. We'll send it over to Drippy. And up top to the trap, a couple of punches. And another one, in fact, to make it a few. Sweaty right back into the rear view. Drippy right back to him. Nice passing. I like that. I love that. Want some more of that. Tried very hard, and you know what? They got quite far. It's the goal. 6-4. They're up by a couple, and about what? 4.5 minutes left. We're sailing. We're sailing. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. CFC Tricks over there in the chat saying, is it better to be good at passing or catching? ¿Por qué no los dos? Hunter Wilden sent it up to the nest. A nice catch. This, oh, nicer placement. Sweaty. Hitting the top pocket. That was great. Wait, I would say, I mean, the thing is, it's kind of, is it better to be good at passing or catching? It's kind of like a chicken and the egg situation, right? Because On one hand, I'd want to say passing because that means you can get 3 different teammates involved, whereas caching is more of a theoretically just you thing, or maybe just you and one other person. But at the same time, if you can't catch, then how are you going to ever get the disc in order to make the pass, right? Chicken and the egg. And apparently that's a running theme in the stream today. Yeah, we had some omelets earlier for those who were tuned into that last match. So we got some eggs, we got some omelets, we got some chickens, but these teams are not. The pace does quicken, and there's maybe a shot. That's gonna go deep into the blue, but just narrowly missing for 3, so now they'll have to find a 2. Drippy Jakey taking it away up to the nest. You can see the fist flashing there as they try and call for the pass. Sweaty, and he gets the shot 11-4 right through the defense. And there's a score. My name's Dr. Seuss, by the way. Thank you again for you guys joining me again today, because we've had, I think this makes what? Let's see. I want to say 8 matches kind of in a row on stream today. Maybe 7 or 8 by the time we're finished with the next one. I mean, it's been a lot, and I'm not complaining at all because I'm not kidding. They've all been really good, memorable. Again, overtimes we've had multiple round 3s. Master tier, diamond tier, so on and so forth. They've all been super nice matches, so I'm happy to close the week this way with all you guys here on the stream with me. It's good times. Good times. And with that, a snag and a pass back to that stack. It's Hunter Wilden with BT on the feet, but getting stunned. So a recovery here gonna be had. A shot. Whoa, that was a glancing blow that was almost gonna be a big highlight play for sure. Tough on the fadeaway. They'll still get the recovery. Drippy sending it over to a couple of his teammates, but couldn't quite find the place. So now being stunned, it will be Flashy there with a clear. Now over potentially to a Link. J-Bot, that is to say, oop, losing links on his arms, but gets it right back. So maybe now trying to do some harm, but no, disarmed as well. A big save, and nice passing plays, but just didn't buy them the goal that they wanted. That said, it's gonna get knocked out. A rebound here to ZTB, and trying to do well for the stream on Twitch TV. So let's see, another pass to the boot, another shot, oh, another save from Drippy Jakey. And right now, they are styling and profiling, and they indeed are dripping. I can respect it. But right now, slipping into the goal. It is open, and it is closed. Sweaty with a score. What a series of defensive plays to get them the offense right there at the very end. Again, it's all about the mix. You can defend and defend and defend, but if you can't turn it into a score on the other end, then what was it worth? Well, I can tell you that one was worth a solid 2 points, and even much more on the momentum end. That was pretty sick. I like it. So with that, Flashy, the disc, they're falling behind a bit here with less than 1 minute left. I mean, this is only the first round, so as we all very well know today, second rounds could be entirely different, and we could be, you know, I especially hope for the case to be that we find ourselves a much more even one later on. But that said, you cannot deny the strength of this scoring run, and not to mention those scoring stuns. In addition to that defense, just everything being done here from the side of for Vapor. And Oblivions gonna be in kind of catch-up mode going to the next round as Sweaty continues to burn hot. No wonder he's sweaty. So first round, that is in the storybooks. And with that, we go into the score screen momentarily, but 15-4. And that was a big outburst shown from Vapor. Alright, so there we go. I'm gonna take a quick sip of that tea. Maybe a little bit less scalding. Ideally. Can confirm. It's very nice temperature now. Thanks for asking. With that, first round, yeah, in the books. To the Twitch chat there, Toxicate saying, hey, how do I get good? Joker train. That's all. Of course, the more serious answer is there are a lot of very handy videos out there that you can watch from multiple players. I mean, there's boot camps, little coaching efforts being put in by some of our top teams, top players. A lot of options, a lot of places to look. You know, Rox Titan does some high-level commentary and an analysis on some Master and Diamond matches. So if you visit his channel, I mean, you got Martin III over in Europe, who's made some great tutorials. You know, we got Sir Dimwee, of course, one of our other amazing casters in VRML. He's made his 3-minute meta videos on YouTube. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're trying to get better at, but there are a lot of things, for sure. But also Joker Train. Anyway, over here it's going to be taken by Drippy. Drippy losing it out here as he sends it to the midfield. Will be taken by Hunter, and Hunter clears it. Hunter now gathering their stacks. And hunters and gatherers they are, but that said, getting slathered by the defense from Flashy once more. Back into the midfield. Goal is a bit open, so if a blue player can get back here fast for Oblivions, they could be at the receiving end, or the recipients of an opportunity at the offense. But that said, they will lose it out, so it's going to go back. And right now, it's another pass to the cross. Oh, great lead! And on that, off the back, no sweat off the back indeed. It's gotta be sweaty. What a good play. I'm liking the passing. And I mentioned this earlier because I saw I saw Vapor play. I casted Vapor just a while ago, maybe 5 hours or so. It's been a while, okay? Long day, but I was pretty impressed because I wasn't sure what to expect from, again, these teams who I, up till now, haven't had a lot of experience with in terms of casting and viewing and streaming. So it's always kind of a question exactly of who's who and who the standouts are, what the standouts are, but definitely standing out. There it is again! Oh, great pass, but even better defense. That's what I'm saying. For these teams to be able to pull off these kind of cross-pass plays, the great positioning, and the speed they're showing. It's super, super cool to see. Now with that, another grab here off of that. A Flashy, a little too high. Rebounded, though, by Agent. Agent Pop getting stunned. So Agent zeroed in as Sweaty gets another one. That's clear. Couple orange players piling up here, but just missing the second attempt now, and just getting, but maybe just a little miscommunication, taking a rough bounce off of that Geo. A rebound here from Flashy, and Flashy yet again from the midfield is just going to be able to find a clear. That's been a constant here. So, scoreless yet, but only 2 minutes expended in this second round. Hunter Wilden with the disc. See Wonder in the chat there, another one of our casters and cameramen. Great to have, and always doing great work. Streamed or cammed the games earlier on Channel 1 just before we started off prime time, so great to have Wonder in here. Also doing some matches in OCE last night. See Solar PVR, and trying to make their way past the defense. Gotta be careful of Flashy, because definitely has been a menace in the midfield. That said, the shot, oh, and the goal. A save was had, but there was no anchor and did not quite have time to get the tap. That is a good grab, but just the results a little tough. Had nowhere to go. So with that, J-Bot sending a deep one, and now maybe looking for that goal, but off the backboard to the rebounded arms of BT. Tracking this and sending it over to ZTB. As he sends it over to Sweat T. Just T. And Sweaty now, maybe another one of those lead passes, but they'll just anchor this time. But nice communication, the patience. Not finding the finish, but they will get a rebound here. Sweaty has all kinds of defense just draped on him. Doing some harm, a lot of harm in fact. Look at those brawls. Good defense from Oblivions, sending them to Oblivion at least for a moment. And they're gonna be able to get this in the tunnel. There's Flashy, who's been right on, but unfortunately so is Hunter Wilden, right in the back line, able to give some good coverage for his team. Now up high, Sweaty again, while being stunned by, well, Flashy again. Man. Really quick hands. Indeed, just all in a flash. That said, nice placement from Sweaty. That was pretty deceptive, because Sweaty diving in, and it looked like he was favoring the left side a little bit, kind of leaning a little bit that direction. And then instead, boom, hits it on the opposite side. So very tricky. and able to get 6 points based off that now. So with that taken here by Z. And over to the tunnel. Hunter, not making it easy. Not at all, because just too much trouble being dealt in the defensive line. That said, another turn into the goal. 16 meters per second, only 4 meters out, and that is a blazingly quick score.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Also, be nice in there, Twitch chat. Just remember. The things you say now can always come back to haunt you next time you're on stream. That said, Sweaty, looking for it, but dinging, gets the own rebound and has some teammates. Again, you can see, perhaps, calling for the pass. Hunter up here. Look at that, the hands flashing. You can see, again, even without being able to hear them, you can tell the communication is out and really popping off for the side of Vapor. Vapor losing the disc out, but more stuns yet. So trying to materialize, excuse me, something is Hunter breaking free again. They're up by 10 in this second round. The first one was 15-4, and kind of a similar pace here so far. But unfortunately for Oblivions, they haven't quite been able to break that scoring drought. Break that seal. They're about what 6-7 minutes in, and still trying to find that first opportunity. Now with that ZTB. And right through into the tunnel. And yeah, no worries, Miller. I'm just, There's always a right way and a wrong way to say things. I will say on my part, like, look at me. I'm gonna be ESL, okay? Back in my day, I won a couple of championships, don't you know? But I was not a good goalie, okay? I was not even a good striker, for that matter. Like, I was mediocre goalie, mediocre striker at best. In fact, my entire team, we were pretty awful at the defense and the goal all around. Now, we figured out ways to accommodate for that and still win. But that being said, I always say, goalkeeping is individually one of the toughest things to do. We got a lot of talented goalkeepers these days, so don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of just bang-up goalkeepers that I would not want to go against as a striker. But, I mean, that said, it's a tough thing. More and more you're seeing some super capable ones, but you're never gonna find me, despite any kind of prior success that I've had. You're never gonna find me saying any of it was easy. It wasn't. Sweaty. I will say that Sweaty makes it look easy. He does. Because he is really popping off in this round, in this match. But yeah, like fun-ish fact, because I was not good at goalie back in season 1 of ESL, I spent, and I've told the story a couple times before, but I've spent the entire last month leading up to the finals, and mind you that season 1 of ESL was a really long one. It was 8 months long. But I spent the entire month leading up to the World Finals playing a app called Goalkeeper VR on Steam. With that, trying to maybe goalkeeper right here. Drippy to the backboard. Good pass. Oh, the power finish. Hunter Wilden gets him again. But to finish that thought, yeah, I played the entire month. I was practicing Goalkeeper VR, where just basically a hockey goalie app, where it sticks you in a goal in VR, and it just shoots pucks at you at a speed you dictate and random directions. And I grinded that thing so much for February through the end of February of 2017. And I did it just enough to where I could officially claim that I was mediocre in the goal, as J-Bot Link breaks that goal open for their first score. But yeah, I did that just so I could say that, hey, I'm average. It did actually pay off, though, because I did get 1 or 2 saves that were fairly important in the finals. But I'm just saying, even with a lot of hard work, that stuff is difficult, man. But but it did improve. So hey, for people who are looking to improve at like reaction time, reflex skills, I will say it does make a difference. So maybe look into apps like that as they try to clap back with a score. It's gonna go back to the side wall with 30 seconds left here. Sweaty with a disc over to the barrier. A nice finish softly for Hunter. We've seen some of those aggressive moves. That one kind of gentle, but they will indeed pull ahead 18-2 and finish out this round really the whole way through. Looking pretty strong on the whole.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So with that, a little bit of a headbutt joust, maybe one more opportunity. Actually, the time running down, let's see, and just digging off the post. With that, the 2-round sweep going in favor of a Vapor here. A very successful night for them, and for Oblivions, couldn't quite stop that strong momentum that they were building. I mean, they've got some power strikers for sure, and they staved off on some of the opportunities, but just that constant aggression was so tough for them to keep up with, and that would be the case for a lot of teams for sure. Vapor, on their stream debut, or at least the first couple times I've been able to stream them, they definitely came out and impressed. So with that, we'll head over to the score screens and take a look at what we've got in there. Oh yeah, prediction outcome and such and such. I'll choose that for you. So Vapor. And there you go. See, I didn't forget the points for once, but there you go. With that, take a look here at the stats quickly. We do have another match in a few minutes, our last match of the streams this week, but until then, I'm gonna give you a quick look at these totals. As you see, 15-4 round 1, 18-2 in round 2. It was BT. And once more, if you listen to this, BT, and there's a preferred way to pronounce your name, please do tell me so I can not feel foolish. gotta give respect to the players and their names. But that said, it was 2 points for him, 1 assist, 1 steal, 16 stuns. Drippy Jakey with no points, but you know what I love? And I mean love. 7 assists. I said I was a poor goalkeeper. Sure, average at best, whatever. The assists, that was my game, okay? And I love to see the 7-1s for Jakey there. A couple of saves, 7 stuns as well. You got Hunter Wilden with 6 points, 3 assists, 1 save, 12 stuns. Sweaty. Probably very, very sweaty. Just based off that huge scoring effort. I mean, 23 points is pretty nuts. In 2 rounds especially. Big scoring total. 1 assist and 34 stuns. For Oblivions, on their side of the floor, it was a save, a steal, and 30 stuns. So definitely putting in the brawl work. It was Agent Pup. That is a mean doggo. But nonetheless, big hits, quite literally. Flashy. 2 points, 2 assists, 1 steal, 18 stuns. And I gotta say, I think it's one of the occasions where the scoreboard is a little bit wrong, because Flashy definitely had a lot of great steals and snags, and if nothing else, caused a lot of turnovers in that midfield with some defense. And yeah, just, I saw that earlier from Ascend over on Wrath, who was just putting in a mammoth amount of saves, and then at the end was credited with like 4. But yeah, anyway, ZTB coming in as well, contributing 1 of those saves and 6 stuns. You had J-Botlink with 4 points, an assist, and a couple saves and 20 stuns. And yeah, just at the end of the day, it was, they had some good defense for Oblivions, but it came down to the amount, the volume of shots. When you look at 84% of the shots taken, 84 taken by Vapor, there's no team, in the league who'd be able to come away and claim themselves as victors, most likely, if that many shot attempts are given up. Because, defense is difficult, offense difficult too. But the thing is that you're used to seeing a lot more scores than you are saves. So if you give your opponent too many opportunities, chances are, even if it takes them 2 or 3 tries, they're bound to score you. They're bound to score on you 1 out of 3 times, as opposed to you saving their shot 3 times in a row, if that makes sense. But with that said, we have one final match coming up. I have my invite already just now, so gonna be dipping into that next game soon. So you guys stay tuned, and we'll close this out in no time at all, and end this night of what, 6 hours or something of streams. Don't worry, I'm fine. Be right back.
Oh, I got it. It's doing the thing. Wait, it's doing the. It's doing the intro sponsor.
It's doing the intro thing.
We're doing the thing. Little do they know, we're already live. They just haven't caught up to the stream yet. But the players here for Baked in Iron Legends saying hello and happy to see them on the stream.
I don't know.
Yeah, I've got things to say for the people.
Oh, Top Cheese has got things to say for the people.
Echo Arena.
By all means.
Yeah, alright.
Now I won't have to talk for a minute. Go ahead.
People of America. And not America.
No, rip. They're gone.
Best tube NA. Alright boys, let's get this.
All right, well, you heard it there. They're looking to get this. We got Iron Legends. We've got Baked. And over here on the stream, you got me. I'm Palidore. Sometimes. I'm okay, Wonder. Thank you for welcoming me back. I welcome you back. Thanks for being so welcoming. Anyway, let's go. I'm posturing for a very, very good round. And a very good series between Iron Legends and Baked. Baked running with this roster of Cameron Prime, Kaladin, and Mort. Over on Iron Legends, it's Random Person, yeah, Reaction Time, and Top Cheese. So, alright, if you please. Oh my goodness, that shot was almost in. With that, it's gonna be back to the midfield, taken by, yeah, Princess pick between 6 and 12. 17, as Mort takes this right from the bottom. Now over to Cameron. Cameron backing it out even deeper yet to Kaladin. Kaladin back to Mort. Some nice cycling here to and fro. And it will be Mort getting stunned out. Serious answer, Princess. 12. Or do you mean literally between 6 and 12? So I can't pick 6 and 12. If so, in that case, I pick 10. With that, though, reaction time with the disc. Too late. You took the 17. Well, maybe right now. Gonna line up this shot and find a 17. See some of that speed and some of that power right now. Putting in a lot of brawling power. It's reaction time. And yeah, getting stunned, saying no. Can't believe that happened. Made his mistakes. Life goes on, though, as they're fading away into the orange zone. That's going to be bounced right into Mort's hand. Mort, the double KO. Right back past the reach, however. Kaladin recovering. Kaladin sending. No one there. Nobody home. Random person. Right back to the midfield. Now, Prime is kind of in the area. Open the betting. Ah, okay. I forgot again. I thought I was doing so well, and I was for a little while, but, you know. With that, a recovery here from Legends, and wow, the shot, the dunk, coming in from Random Person. Almost a save, unfortunately. It turned blue right at the last second. So with that, not quite sure who actually got it, because you know why? I was trying to get the prediction things in. I can't tell who got the grab, but whatever the case is. Let's see. Picked. I'm telling you guys are straight up addicted to this betting stuff, and I'm not sure I like it. That said, Iron Legends are gonna be liking themselves a goal opportunity. Perhaps. There you go, 2 minutes on the board, and now maybe a score. Nope, it's Mort instead with the assault. Get it? Because Mort on salt. Anyway, it's gonna be taken by Cameron. Cameron lying down the lane will just miss it, so it's gonna be given up to Yeah. And Yeah from that corner, trying to maybe look for a clear and booster. Looks like not the case, so instead Mort taking it back. Mort going down to the trench, but being taken back by Yeah. By the way, Princess, what was the numbers thing for? Do I get to know? Or no? Up top, though, got a couple players contesting, but a punch boost from Mort is able to secure that goal right back, or that disc right back. Now looking for the goal. That's a deep shot. Almost good. Princess saying I'll have to figure it out. Abusive. But Cameron, that's conducive to a great goal. Tied up 2 apiece. Why must you play mind games on me? If you haven't figured it out, my mind is jelly. Are you jelly? Alright, with that, it is a Yeah, the disc. Up high to the catch, it's random person now. Sending it side to reaction time. Once more, some nice passing, very solid. They got the shoulder, there it is. They got the shot, but there it goes. Right outside, off the pole, off the back. What a reaction time from reaction time. 4-2, Iron Legends. That was nice.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And shout out to Grammar Rays. I also like that name. Grammar Rays for the follow about 5 minutes ago. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the view. A 3-point shot. Oh, just dinging again. But if any indication by that last play, they'll still score it anyways. No, being scored by a stun. Great one from Kaladin. Defending that goal with his life. That said, Prime. Losing his handles, maybe even losing the headset for a moment as he does set back on the disc. But gotta be careful here. Tap back. But Cameron was pretty contested by Yeah. So Yeah, doing pretty nice work. That said, it's right back to reaction time again. Deep in this trap, it'll be taken by Mort. Mort back into the orange zone, trying to link up for some chains. They got the regrabs. They almost got the goal. And now on this deep shot. Oh, another ding. That is 3 of them, I think, that we've seen. Granted, one of them still turned into some points, but man, getting real close. And anchoring off was reaction time, and popping off was reaction time. Did you see that? He had a stun on the defender right here by the Pac-Man, and then the pass up high, he used the stun defender to just tap off as a kind of a temporary anchor, and then found that shot from up high. That was a lot of good things strung together. That was pretty good. Now with that, Cameron, the disc. Mort as well from the other side. And over to Mort. Mort back to the mid lane and taken by Kaladin. So Kaladin working up the floor here. Wonder saying, Pally, you should do your own voiceovers for in-game announcer's voice. Funny thing, that, Prime with the pass! Wow, the finish. Stamping the authority into the goal was Kaladin. Threw that with such ferocity to leave it no chance of being taken back.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's entering the arena.
Oops, sorry, I muted on accident. Anyway, nice stack initially coming out. Kind of a one offensive stack, then one back lane stack was able to get that, but that said, Disc does eventually get right back to them, and Yeah, puts it through then. So 10-4, and I'm at attention.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
All right, so 247. So far, Iron Legends looking really good here. 10-4. I mean, they're really showing up on. I mentioned these teams. You know, Baked, we've seen several times this season for Iron Legends, a team that every once in a while I'm able to cast, and it's always fun. I really like this team quite a bit. And that said, looking for the cross pass perhaps. They got Mort, and they got a couple options inside that bubble. Looking for it, and oh, the 2-point hit right in front of Cameron brings it back to a 4-point game. Steel Sky saying it should be replaced during VRML finals, like how VRL did it. Was that a thing? I didn't know that, or realize that, or remember that. One of the three. I might have. It's not something that sticks out of my mind, but sounds right. I mean, I'm sure you're not lying. That said, finding the disc here, Mort. Mort. Earth to Mort. Earth to Mort. It's the cloud taken back. I don't know what happened there. Where is he? Looking good? Looking good. Okay, we're fine. Right now, the shot online! And that is 13 points for yeah! And that triggered my triskaidekaphobia badly.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
That said, I think of the wrong replay. But anyways, I really hope Princess is still here, because
Round has begun.
the timing on that worked out fantastically. Anyways, Kaladin with the disc. So Kaladin to the side lane. Mort's gonna be pinned off here by reaction time. Reaction time. A little bit of a fake trying to avoid Mort, because Mort has been pesky. That said, even peskier what is Kaladin. A lot of good defensive stands here with those defensive hands, sending it off to Mort from the trench. So 50 seconds left, 13-6, that's up there, and looking to stick this right into the goal. Look at that swell stack as they ride those waves for the 9th point on the side of Baked. I'm really glad they hit 13. I was really banking on that. I was really banking on that. Otherwise, I would have had to have found something else, or waited till the next round. That said, top cheese to yeah. They got 20 seconds left for one more score, and we'll be grabbed here by Kaladin. Now back into the tunnel, taken by Cameron. Cameron up to the trap, but indeed it does get trapped off those blocks as it's taken back. Run more time by Cameron. The shot is there. The shot is there. 1 point difference in this match. Weren't able to come back for the win, but that was still a great momentum builder. Nice way to end the round and make those scores ever the closer. Round being taken by Iron Legends, but we'll see what the second one provides as ever always. Wonder saying, dang, forgot to vote. Well, that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to gamble, you know. Like I said, I'm not sure about this. People get really antsy when I don't give the point rewards right away, or if I don't start it before the match and such. I mean, on one hand, the interaction is up. On the other hand, I feel people are kind of like itching for it a little bit too much. It worries me. I mean, I know it's just channel points. Yeah, it's not, can't exchange it for money or anything, but I don't know, man. I've awoken something bad inside of a lot of people, it seems. Gamma Rays in the chat saying, I want to get my game casted, not my 300 points. Well, as always, we'll try our best. I mean, with or without channel points. Basically, the channel points, just a way to, you know, guarantee and a way to encourage people to watch the streams more, because, you know, philosophy there too is when teams come on to the stream, they want to be seen, right? That's kind of the point. They want to be seen, they want to be casted. Right now, casting out that reel. It's random person after the great assist from yeah. But I figure, you know, people want to be casted so that they can be seen, so kind of as a, you know, counter to that, or not really a counter, I'm not sure the word, but forget it. Point is, it's like if a team wants to be casted, well, they should also be willing to be seen in the audience. You know, if they want to be, if they want an audience to watch them, they should be able to be part of the audience too. You know, like basically everyone in the community supporting each other and coming in to watch these matches, stuff like that. But that said, obviously not a requirement. Regardless of channel points or not, we'll try to stream as wow. Reaction time that just dinged right off the pole. Interesting bounce that took, but it bounced right in. But yeah, with or without 15k channel points, I mean, it's not a required thing. It's just, I mentioned this in particular with Baked. Like, if you want a better chance at being streamed, again, not a guarantee, but if you want a better chance at being streamed, look at Baked here, because they've been streamed a lot of times, admittedly, but it's because our busiest times of the day are, you know, those evening primetime slots. So say from, roughly speaking, you know, 3 or 4 p.m. Eastern time to, I don't know, 6 or 7 Eastern time. Basically, you know, the evening slots gets really busy. What Baked has done here every single week is that shot. I was just gonna be snagged up by Cameron. So excuse me, I should stop chit-chatting, me get back to casting, because some of this play is pretty crazy. But anyway, to quickly summarize, because Baked keeps scheduling their matches for those time slots where they're not super busy, we've really been able to cast them a lot more. If you're competing against like 20 other teams playing in the same, you know, 2-hour span, it gets a lot tougher since we have 300 teams in the league, you know. But the goal is to stream as many as we can and get everyone featured at least once, but proving more and more challenging as we keep growing exponentially. But that said, up top here, it's going to be snagged by Prime. Now that first round, again, was just barely won by Iron Legends, thanks to a last-second shot by Moritz from 3, so at least brought it to just a 13-12 defeat for the side of Baked. So Baked here, obviously trying to force that third round here if they can, but finding themselves, again, playing from a standpoint of being behind. And that's kind of the trouble here. They've been constantly on the back pedal. That said, big stuns coming in. The shot, though, was not quite there. Now, rebound here, gonna be sent, and ooh, Cameron slips that through. Nice job for their first 2.
11, 10, 9, 8.
And Gamma Ray, yeah, Gamma Rays, back to what I was saying, though. Literally, there were no other matches in this time slot. That's why it was easy for me to take, to kind of finish out the night. But again, no guarantees, of course, but like I said, I mean, you know, remember, we're all volunteers, all of our casters. We don't get a salary for this. We're here because we love this game, but we also love the team, so hence why I've been on stream for like the last, I don't know, 7 hours now casting. With that said, though, Cameron here is going to send it out to the tunnel, and back to the grab from Prime. Prime back to the other side, and that's going to be at the trap, snagged by Kaladin. And just getting the score there for Mort. What are these camera angles? I'm sorry, I've been streaming for a long time. I've not eaten all day. You're gonna cause a Palidore mental breakdown soon. I'm just here to cast and cam and do everything all by my lonesome, so you have to forgive me. I do apologize for some gnarly camera angles. My brain is a little bit fluffy at this time of night. Little bit fluffy. So bear with me, but piling in on the disc, Prime and Cameron. Cameron sending it out to Mort. Mort looking for a pass, maybe. Hesitation, and gets the goal. Nice placement as well. And see, Mort, when I say hesitation, I don't mean in a bad way, just more so he knew he had time. He didn't have to force a shot. He didn't have to force a pass. He just waited for the angle to open up and have a confident angle, you know, at the disc. I know, I'm sorry if I'm getting touchy about it. I don't mean to be. I'm honestly, I just, you know. After a certain amount of casts in one day, like, I'm enjoying myself still. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it. But, that said, after a certain amount of casts, the focus gets a little bit lost, don't you know? Don't you know? So, closing off now into the tunnel. Still 5 minutes left, and this round has been much better now for Baked. They've really come together. I kind of mentioned they are playing from behind, but now just putting in a nice scoring run for them. I mean, they've got back in it, absolutely. In fact, they've got themselves a lead, and that is a very important thing for them to build that momentum. It is tough. The mental game I always credit as being one of the toughest possible things that you can, you know, have in your repertoire as a team in Echo. And you know, if you have two teams that say maybe one is slightly better, you know, slightly more skilled, higher in ranked, and then the other, you know, an underdog. But if the underdog team has a better mental game and that game, goes deep into, the full 10-minute rounds, maybe a round 3 or overtime, things like that. If the underdog team happens to have a better mental game, I give the advantage to the underdog. It's such a huge part of Echo. But that said, Prime trying to find another goal to continue this run that they've been putting on. Reaction time getting stunned. And another one by the boot, gonna be snagged here by Prime. Prime has the options at the backboard, kind of hiding out in the little jacuzzi, and does find the 2-point shot. Nice recognition. Cameron there was just hanging out in the secret club of his. I know, no worries, Turb. I love you. It is all good by all means, believe me. Just explaining though, just explaining. That's all. Because I know I've messed up on a couple of these angles. Makes me sad too. Don't believe me. But my mouth says one thing, my brain says the other, then my hands say 3 things all together. So it's kind of like 3 different languages I'm speaking all at once. And that said, Kaladin is gonna get it back and send it to the nugget where the stack does await. Uh-oh, headbutt though. Off of Cameron, still might recover with a little bit of time. Now having trouble finding that bounce. Might have just been kind of an awkward release, so maybe a tracking thing. It kind of came out funny, sort of like my words sometimes, eh? But Top Cheese with the disc is going to roll it up the floor, trying to regain some of this momentum they lost. There's a shot, but just not what they wanted, directly into a couple defenders. And with that, this is going to give an opportunity maybe for some more baked offense if they're not careful. So now with that, Kaladin, a good stun at the midfield. Grab from Mort as well up by the top lane. In the midfield, reaction time trying to deal some damage, and ooh, a bowling ball shot could have been good had it not been for that barrier. Always a pesky thing, that. All the meanwhile, some stacks for either team. One getting split up though at the bow tie. And trying to bide their time right through reaction time on the defense. So once more, I'm liking the patience we're seeing here, and maybe the exclamation, but Cameron, no, not quite in place. Another bit of an awkward release coming out of the hands there, as it will be another turnaround. Oh, Kaladin. 29 meters deep, 16 meters a second. Had that been any slower, that would likely have been a save. So just the right speed that they needed to barely squeeze it through that defender. They're up 12-5, and round 3 is looking pretty likely, folks. Pretty likely indeed. Now a pass deep into, wow, an open goal. A little bit rough there. Last thing you want to give up when you have a lead with not a lot of time left. You do not want to see an open 3. Credit to and Random Person, though. That was a very fast rollout, and they were the beneficiaries of a very, very timely score. To finally break kind of this, again, the drought that they've been experiencing for quite a long time. I'm not sure where they were at the last time they scored, clockwise. But I just remember mentioning how Baked was off to, the start of this round. They were down 0-5. But since then, they went on a 12-0 run, as you saw there. So, hey, sometimes the caster's jinx works both ways. Sometimes it's not only for bad things. Sometimes my curse will in fact result in round 3s. So that said though, Prime with a pass and the finish. Coming out of that stun, still got the disc off to the right place, and 14-8 now. Baked. And just to check in real quick, what did the predictions say? So we had 4 people favoring Baked. 4 votes to 1 for Iron Legends on the channel betting department. Interesting. And with that, over to the tunnel. Time just about down, but kind of like the last round. Remember how I said that last score for Mort in round 1, even though they still lost, it was still important for them to be able to score that and just have some, something to build towards in the 3rd round, or the next round. And, same kind of thing here for Iron Legends. They dropped round 2. And now it's their turn to just get muster up a little bit more of that, again, that mental game, like I said. They basically reset and see if they can have a kind of similar return into the next round as Bake did going into round 2. But with that, it is 14-8. to end this one. And pardon me real quick as I take my final sips of my somewhat lukewarm tea.
Round starting in 12, 11, 10, 9, 8,
Boost your addiction, says Gamma Rays. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. This is healthy. Well, that said, the joust out here now. Taken first, maybe by Baked. Got that quick headbutt joust, but it will be back into their midst eventually. Cameron looking to move on in a bit of an off pass, but Kaladin takes it back and sends it to Prime. Prime has that pass, and the dunk is good. Cameron from Prime. And there it is again. We saw that earlier from Cameron, if you recall, right by this launcher. Hanging out here for one of those goals in round 2, and then same thing kind of on the opposite side by the edge of the backboard. This is why we say the backboard is such a powerful spot to approach with an offense, because no matter what, even if you don't score directly off the backboard pass, you're still making the defender inside the goal turn around. So even if you just pass it back again to someone cutting in from the front lane, you're making the goalie turn around twice, and that is tough because then you give the goalie no time, as there was no time, but there is a 3 for Prime. 5 points for Baked. What a shot, 42-meter hit.
9, 8, 7,
Look at that. Look, I mean, and again, it's one of those cases where if this was season 2, you would say that was not on purpose, but in season 3, there's enough people, enough teams well aware of hitting those particular corners in order to secure themselves that 3-point shot. It will bounce in if you hit it just right. So, you know, the intention was probably there. The open shot is there, and random person gets the 3-point hit right back at them. Good start. Hot start for both these teams. Score per minute, and both of them some really good ones.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wonder asking, any news on Lone Echo 2?
Teams have cleared the launchers.
I would not know. I mean, I could always say things, but doesn't make them true. Kind of like earlier with Shady and Special Delivery and whatnot, if you recall that Tint game. But anyway, Kaladin here with a disc. Kaladin gonna send it sideways to Cameron. Cameron surveying and making a play on the goal. Pretty good placement. Still one of those things though where had it not panned out, you would have said, well, it might have been a little bit rushed. You know, they had the backboard pass, and from 7 meters deep, that made it possible for the goalkeeper to potentially catch that. But, you know, cannot deny the results, as I always say. It works, but just gotta be careful. With that though, they are still up 7-3. They might be going up by some more. There's more, but there is a defender in the lane. So Top Chi is able to secure that. Arden Maflubin, but right now it's, yeah. Would love some points here on their end to kind of react back again, because Baked has been kind of on a pretty good offensive streak ever since part ways through that second round. You really need to try and stomp out this heat if you can. But now popping it to the back line, it's going to be slapped over nearly into the goal, actually, as it's taken by the side panel. A pretty good leech there from random person, is able to get a boost, but not fast enough quite, as they were met halfway by the midfielder. Now that said, off the wedge, some stacks coming in with some beautiful speed, and now positioning out top and bottom and back, and looking for maybe that backboard play, but got stunned, lost the momentum, and down to the save from Kaladin. Diving out.
Clears it out of their zone.
Now with the recovery here, it's Cameron. Another heave out into the orange lane. Will be picked off up high by Reaction. Now reaction over to that left tunnel. Random person gonna eye it down, but sees a defender in the area, so just going to play it a little bit safer. And that's what you want to do, definitely. Now, high percentage shots here. Reaction time, looking for just that. Oh, that pass, man, that had some sauce on it. Enough to make me hungry. But that said, taking it back up here is Prime. Now Prime lining up that pass over. Oh, the ender move from Cameron. Trying it again as well. That is some great reactions from him as well. But Prime now losing the disc twice. Almost grabbed it back. And as it sails deep into the blue, a lone player. Cameron getting the disc back. Now with that, random person in a brawl, sending it up top. The numbers all trying to file back into the goal and spread the floor if they can. Reaction time right below, but good dive. Kaladin, he's been super solid on the defense. As that shot might have been in. Man, but slapped back into the midfield and taken here by Random. They got the lane just barely. Now that's going to work its way to Cameron. Firebird in there. Demanding that I hydrate. I shall. And with that, Top Cheese off the top shelf sends it over to Random. Random gets it picked off again by Kaladin. Another pick by Reaction Time. These are some pretty impressive grabs. Just exchanging possessions pretty quickly. Now with that, Mort over to Cameron. Cameron trying to get it through the midline. And a ricocheted bounce finding its way to the cheese. The big cheese, but taking it up, it's Mort. Crimson saying, can excuse me? Slurpy one. Oh, Slurpy drink? Probably not, no. I feel like that would be crossing some lines somewhere. I'd probably be banned. I don't know. Anyway, reaction time here, trying to band together with his team to get some chains back, because otherwise they are in trouble of a score going against them. Let's see. We'll grab it, and sending softly and bouncing awkwardly up to Prime. He's going to get his own shot back, perhaps. It's sent to Mort. Mort back to Kaladin, and right back into the offense once again. And spreading that floor rather well. Now, need to be kind of careful here, trying to position out and give some opportunity. Some lanes of opportunity, that is to say, for the passes. Line of sight, of course, and out of sight, out of mind, Mort. They still got a lot of time for Iron Legends to come back. Only 6 points on the deficit. So, winding it down, the last few minutes of week 4 of season 3. Invincible saying, and see, notice how I didn't call you invisible this time. Invincible asking if I moisturize. Yeah, I'm pretty sweaty today, so indeed I do. Does that count? That said, over here to yeah, trying to make that slap count as he sends it out there. Gonna be taken back though by the blue players, boosting for Baked. That's a lot of bees, but right now trying to sting them back. Reaction time. They get the clear out, and now is fanning out for maybe a play. They got the pass, backboard, so never mind. They don't need the pass. Reaction time's got the 3. Brings it back within 3. Mort not liking that in the goal. Slapping around that disc. With that, it's close. Very, very close. Flair asking for a channel 4. A channel for what? See what I did? But also, yeah, for what? That said, Kaladin. Over to the tunnel by Mort. He's going to send it crossways to Cameron. Cameron now, right back at them, but dude, that'll bounce kind of weirdly into the tunnel, and time not on the side. But that said, if they can get a 3-point shot going, they just might have it. Let's see, getting it going, and now maybe for the goalie. Oh, the 7-meter 2. So they bring it back within 1. The thing is, they still have time, so not too worried. But yeah, almost able to get maybe a 3. Minute 30 remaining.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Not even sure about whatever was just redeemed there. That's a little bit too much. Is that an actual word? Cameron over here to the other tunnel, as it will be taken by Mort. Mort looking to maybe secure some more points. Now, if they can get a 2, even better yet, if they can somehow manage a 3, that could be ice. But that said, a 2 will do it. A backboard play will do it. And you see, why did it work? Because Cameron, first of all, from the favorite spot, down here by the little hideout spots. But point is, they get the pass from Prime. And now, by the time the pass goes out, he makes the catch. You're forcing the goalie to turn around and try to react while also trying to gather his bearings because of the fact that he just turned 180. So it's kind of a double dose of danger if you're a goalie. And that's one of the reasons why backboard works. And it works wonderfully. So they're down by 3, and at this point they're going to have to find a 1 or 3. Oh, that's open! Could have been hit. That might have been, well, that would have been a tie. So now they're going to go for the hard way, which is to say they got to make a stun play on the goalie. They got to go for the old Joker. No time for anything else. Someone needs to go for that goalie immediately. But everyone kind of just getting stuck up here. So Iron Legends trying to make some miracles happen, but right down Main Street, and that's gonna bounce around, but the time is down. They've got a little bit of it, but Prime, the snag, and seals the game. So just unable to get that late game execution, unfortunately, and Baked will indeed complete this win and the week. 11-8. Alright, so with that, take a look at the scores, and I remember the points. I'm just gonna make you wait a few seconds. I'm just kidding. I'm not that vindictive. Alright, there you go. Baked the victory. Super tight game. I mean, look at that. 13-12. Then 14-8 and 11-8. I mean, all of those rounds were just decided by really just a couple goals and a few late game plays that just made all the difference. That was a great match, gotta say. Really, today, I think thus far in the season, obviously I've casted a bunch, but you know, today from when did I start? I don't know, four or so, three or four, something like that. But basically, whenever these streams first started, we I think that string of games have been one of the most solid ones we've seen probably up to this point on VRML, which is to say, just in terms of every match being really competitive, having close rounds, again, some overtime, several round 3s. I don't know how quite how many, but you know, don't want to over-exaggerate that and always blow it out of proportion. But I will say, I think on the whole, that was one of the more solid nights and large blocks of streams that we've actually seen here. Pretty fun, pretty fun. Flair asking, will there ever be a channel 4? Like I said, channel 4 what? I don't know, maybe? I mean, it kind of depends. So far we haven't necessarily needed a 4 yet. I mean, we have the 3 channels, and only on a couple occasions have all 3 been actually filled. I mean, oftentimes we'll have channels 1 and 2 both rolling around the same time, especially during the prime time slots for both EU and NA. Occasionally OCE, like yesterday actually, we had both channels 1 and 2 running for OCE. But yeah, there hasn't been too many times where we're you know, full on all 3 channels. So I mean, if it gets to that point, yeah, could be an option. Could be an option. That said, yeah, big game, fun one. I'll just finish reading the stats here real quick. Cameron for Baked, 14 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 36 stuns. You had Kaladin with 5 and 5, as well as 7 saves, 26 stuns, pretty nice. Prime with 8 points, 6 assists, at the 41 stuns and a steal and a save. For Mort, 10 points, 2 assists, 2 saves, 2 steals, and 40 stuns. Those are some heavy numbers, man. For Iron Legends, 13 points, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 14 stuns for reaction time. Pretty heavy numbers in his own right. Top Cheese with a assist, 2 saves, 1 steal, and 27 stuns. For it was 6 points, 3 assists, 1 save, 29 stuns, and then Random Person with the 10 points, 3 assists, 1 save, and 19 stuns. And yeah, that was that was good stuff. Saying in the chat there from Invincible, the goalie. The goalie was invincible. Had the 7 saves. Yeah, Kaladin definitely a very, very strong backliner in general, not just in the goal, but even in the midfield, and definitely kind of an anchor, I think, for Kaladin's team. Which is to say, baked. Definitely an anchor for his team or her team. Either way, I'm not too sure anymore, so I gotta try to get used to saying there more often when I'm not sure. But with that said, that was a fun game, a fun series of streams. To answer any last questions, oh yeah, we did have the word sneaks that I just did not know. I mean, well, let me see. I'll try for you, but I have no idea. Honorific able to inhabit. Okay, that's my best effort. Maybe I should use the text to speech. That'll help me out. Honorific abilitudinitatibus. Boy, that's a mouthful. Barding Crab asking, do I like hamburger? I like crab. That's one of my favorites. Thanks for asking. Hamburgers, I mean, I like crab more. Actually, depends on the day, I guess. Depends on the day. Now, do I like it with my crab's fart? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But it's a whole thing. No. See, I like farting crab. I don't like when crabs fart, and I like crabs in general. But yeah, it's either 3 different things. I like farting crab, just not crab farts. It's different, trust me. Kaladin stopping in there as well. Thanks for casting. You're welcome. Thanks for playing. That was a really fun match. Fun match to cast to end the week off here, week 4. Okay, any last things that you guys want me to kind of sneak by? I will refund you, by the way, Firebird, because I feel like I wasn't able to fulfill my word sneak duties. I wasn't really sneaky with it, but only so much I can do. I am but a man or a door, depending on the days. Mort in there saying, thanks, Pally. Always appreciate you. Right back at you. I was telling a chat here, wondering why... Not that they were wondering specifically in here, but I was just saying. Yeah, Bake gets a lot of streams. How come? Well, because they seem to just schedule at a time where we can frequently cast them. So I don't know. Thank you, I suppose, because that means we get to cast some good games consistently whenever we got baked on the stream. And Iron Legends, for that matter. I opened up with saying that because Iron Legends games have been consistently awesome too. They have a lot of round 3s and a lot of exciting finishes to Iron Legends games. So, hey, that's basically a no-brainer for me. I see that match, I take that match. Favorite letter of the alphabet, says Wonder. T. I don't know why though. Maybe because you're here and it's also what I'm drinking or drank. Player VR saying asking favorite number of the alphabet. Purple. How about you? Invincible saying Bake gets a lot of streams because they're apparently insane. Well, yes. That's one part. But also, as I said, because they're constantly in a time slot where there's no other matches happening. It's makes it nice and easy to say, hey, there's a good match that we can stream. So it's kind of it's column A and column B. They're insane, and they schedule in a nice way. Favorite color, that would be 5. For Kaladin 55, perhaps. But alright, this stream is just about overstayed its welcome, I think. Surely, for as tired as my voice is, some people out there must be tired of hearing it. So, with that, I'm gonna part ways. But thanks for an awesome week 4. Excited to see 5 coming up next. That's why I like 5, because week 5 is coming up tomorrow. Mort saying, thankfully Pally is still awake. 5 is the best color, correct. 5 is not a color, incorrect. 5 is blue, partially correct. Invincible saying, how could we be tired of your voice? I mean, there are ways I can try. But whatever the case is, I need some more tea, so I'm gonna go do that. You guys at home, be happy, healthy, safe, and as always, be good to each other, huh? And yeah, we'll be you. We'll be you pretty soon. That is the state of my mind right now. Goodbye. and VRware.net. Yes, outro music.